Today, we're going to be giving you 6 Yankee free agent targets.
At number 6, we have Edwin Diaz, former Mets closer, and he's projected upwards of $82 million on a 4-year deal, which will come out to $20 million in AAV. One of the best relief pitchers in baseball, if not the. And Yankees are losing Devin Williams and Luke Weaver. They still have Bednar back there, but they need more high leverage guys. And one of the biggest things that us Yankee fans have said is, well, you need high velo guys in that bullpen. It can't just be sinker, slider, crafty, splitter guys. You need some velo. And he's one of the hardest pitchers in baseball. So it is a lot of money. I'd be surprised if the Yankees actually do it. But if Hal is going to do one of those all-in off seasons, that's where he could slot in the plan.
Yeah, and the Yankees bullpen was the weak link of the team in 2025. Why not add the best reliever in the game, Edwin Diaz this year, 62 games, 1.63 ERA. I mean, this guy is a stud, and you're going to need a closer for the future. David Bednar is a free agent after this year. So whether it's going to be Bednar as the long-term closer, Edwin Diaz as the long-term closer, or someone else, who knows? But you're going to need a closer going forward. And maybe Edwin Diaz could be that guy. At number 5, we have Kazuma Okamoto, and he's 29 years old, first baseman and third base. And he's a right-handed power hitter. He hit 248 career home runs in Japan. He recorded 6 straight 30-plus homer seasons from 2018 to 2023. He hit 27 home runs in 143 games in 2024. And injuries sidelined him a bit this season. He only played in 77 games. He still hit 15 bombs and had a 992 OPS. And if you remember the 2023 WBC, he hit a long home run off Kyle Freeland, and Paul Goldschmidt is gone. And the Yankees' first base situation is kind of up in the air. I mean, is it probably going to be Ben Rice? Yeah, I think so. But maybe the Yankees decide that Ben Rice is going to be doing a bulk of the catching, and maybe they move out Austin Wells. Who knows? There is a possibility that they could bring in a first baseman, and I think they need a right-handed bat too with Goldschmidt's departure, someone they can platoon, maybe with McMahon at third base, maybe with Ben Rice over there at first if there's a lefty on the mound. So I definitely think they need a right-handed bat. Maybe they could bring him in, and he's projected to get a 3-year, $36 million deal, 5 years, $85 million, or 4 years, 64. So not really sure on the length, but the contract, the money, it's not that much. Maybe you take a gamble on him and it could pay off.
Yeah, at number 4, we have former Yankee Michael King involved in the Juan Soto Trent Grisham trade. He's coming off a year. He only pitched in 15 games, had a 3.44 ERA, dealt with some injuries, elbow, knee, and that's why his contract projection isn't so concrete. It could be as low as 3 years, $60 million. It could be as high as 5 years, $140 million. So a lot of it does depend on his medicals. I'm sorry, I misspoke. It was his shoulder, not his elbow. But it's a lot dependent on the medicals. If they're not that bad, Ryan, this is a guy, and I think you're in agreement here, that we both want the Yankees to get. Cashman said in his interview that they were looking to get starting pitching. I think he's the perfect fit because you can get him, and then once your reinforcements come back, month or two into the season, Cole, Rodon, then you can slide him into the bullpen, and now automatically you have a 3-inning weapon back there in the pen, and also helps out with giving your high leverage guys rest. So I think it's kind of the perfect mix, as long as there's nothing crazy going on with the medicals.
Christian, I'd have to agree with you. He's 30 years old, entering the prime of his career. He could have a lot more productive seasons. I think it makes a lot of sense for the Yankees to bring him back, and he was super valuable for him. He was like their secret weapon in 2022. I predict that the Yankees are going to bring him back. I said it in our off-season plan video. I think the Yankees are going to reunite with Michael King. I think they like him a lot. I think they like that they developed him, and I think that they are going to want to bring him back. And I think it's the right move. I would love for the Yankees to bring back Michael King. At number 3, we have Tatsuya Amai, a 28-year-old starting pitcher from Japan. Mark Feinstein lists him as the number 11 free agent this year. He posted a 1.92 ERA over 163 and two-thirds innings this year with 178 strikeouts. He only gave up 6 home runs. He's pitched for the Cebu Lions, I believe, for the last 3 years. He owns a 2.18 ERA, and he features a deep pitch mix, fastball up to 99 miles an hour, a slider, a changeup splitter, and a new sinker he added on late in the season. And he's projected to get an 8-year, $190 million contract, which tells me that a lot of people in the industry believe this guy is legit. This is a lot of money to hand out for an international player. So that tells me he's the real deal, and maybe it makes a lot of sense for the Yankees to bring him in.
Yeah, at number 2, we have the biggest free agent on the market, Kyle Tucker. Probably going to get over $400 million and just a really good hitter. I think kind of the one gripe Yankee fans would have in terms of him as a player, bringing him in, is he is a right fielder. So you do bring him over to New York, he would have to go to center or left. I would assume that would be left. I'm not really worried about that. I just would be very surprised if the Yankees are involved in this bidding war. Obviously, big free agent, Yankees will be involved to a certain degree, but, if the Dodgers or the Blue Jays start throwing out contracts worth more than $400 million or even close to $400 million, I really would be shocked if the Yankees are involved in that. But, expect to hear some rumors early on, and then who knows where it goes. But Kyle Tucker would be a nice addition to the Bronx.
Yeah, Christian, 28 years old. I think his swing is built for Yankee Stadium. I've said it before. I think he could win an MVP with the Yankees batting in front of Aaron Judge. I love everything about Kyle Tucker. I just don't think the Yankees are going to go out there and sign him. It just doesn't seem to me like that's going to happen. Tariq Skubal is a free agent after this year. I just don't think they want to dish out that type of money to Kyle Tucker. I think there's other players down the line that they'd be more interested in, and I don't think they want to tie up all that money into one guy at this point in time where they sit. And at number 1, we have Cody Bellinger, 30 years old. This season, he had 272 with 29 home runs and an 814 OPS. Cody Bellinger was a player that the Yankees had been looking for a really long time. An elite defender, a guy who puts the ball in play, has a 2-strike approach. Cody Bellinger checked all the boxes off for the Yankees this year. His defense alone, I think, won the Yankees 4 or 5 games. I think it makes a lot of sense to bring him back. Going forward, he provides you so much versatility defensively. He play all 3 outfield positions and first base. And we touched on that earlier in the video. First base is kind of up in the air for the Yankees. No one really knows how that's going to play out this year. So I think Cody Bellinger makes a lot of sense for the Yankees going forward. He's projected to get a 6-7 year contract, $165 million to $185 million. I do think the Yankees will bring him back, and I think he's definitely number 1 on the Yankees bulletin board for free agents. And Cashman even said at the GM meetings or whatever, he said we'd be better off if we could retain Cody Bellinger. So I think the Yankees will bring him back.